In today's video, I want to give you a preparation for entering into your dream time, or I've called it many things. If you check in the community tab, I'm trying to get my terms consistent, and I gave you a poll so you could vote which you like: dream time, playtime, make believe, adventure time, and I also like smile time a lot. So for now, I'm going to call it smile time. I want the name to help you remember what the purpose or intention of this time is about. You are entering into, you're exiting the 3D reality, which is reflecting, your past vibration. And it may be wonderful in some areas, and it may be really horrible in other areas. Or it may be horrible in every area. I don't know. But what you're doing is you're going to leave that space. Divorce it. Don't care about that anymore. Don't, whatever the fear voices, but you can't just sit here and have playtime or smile time. You've got to go fix this and fix that. This is 15 minutes. Or 10, or there's no limits. There's, it doesn't matter. So if your fear voice is pulling on you a lot, meaning there's a lot of resistance in you this morning about your 3D world, what I'd like you to do is, when you sit down and you close your eyes, and you can do it now, take a sigh of relief. I'm glad that's over. Thank God. I don't have to think about that anymore. That's done. It's finished. It's done. And the visual I want you to have is almost like, those flying monkeys. They have you in their clutches. And when you relax and you say, oh my God, what a relief, they drop you. And you are detached. And you're free floating. And now you have the control back in your hands to then focus on whatever you want to focus on. And then I want you to just start. You may have to do that several times, because that flying monkey, the fear voice, may come try to pick you back up and take you back off into the 3D reality. And every time it does, if it gets you, it's okay. Just go limp. Oh man, that's over with. Thank God that's over with. Whatever that monkey's talking about, thank God that's over with. I don't have to think about that anymore. That's done. That's done. It's done. It's fixed. It had a wonderful outcome. It's all done. Thank goodness. Then, maybe in this dream time, that's all you're able to do is keep, detaching from the flying monkeys. And that's fine. That's fine. If you spend the whole 15 minutes getting picked up and then, disconnecting from it again through your sigh of relief. And then it picks you back up again, and then you disconnect. That is perfect. Because what you're learning to do, every time you do that, you're growing stronger in your strength to control your emotional state. By getting it to drop you again and separating, even if it's just for 2 or 3 seconds, that's fine. And then it comes and talks to you again and picks you back up and takes you off into whatever it's wanting you to imagine. And you catch it and you're like, oh, thank God that's over. And you see it drop you. And you feel that resistance and you feel that pain. And I want you to know that it is its resistance and its pain. The true you doesn't have resistance. The resistance and the pain you're feeling is coming from the flying monkey. The fear voice. The flying monkey is a Wizard of Oz reference. If you've never seen that, that's what I'm talking about. And I want you to start there. And if you're past that point and you're able to hold your creative power, or keep what I mean by that, holding your creative power just means I'm able to stay in that state of relief without the flying monkey picking me up again. That's all that means. I have control now. I'm in control. It's not just swooping in, overpowering me, and taking me down the rabbit hole of all the problems. I have control now. So start here. There will be a series of smile time session progression. And this is super important if you're doing a retreat with me. We will be having group smile time. So the more you can work on this in your own time, by the time you get to retreat, you're going to be like, yeah, I'm not, I know exactly how to do it. I know how to go there quickly. I have no problem going there. I can get into that state. And the ultimate goal is you'll not only get into that state during smile time, but then after that, all during the day, as you're doing things, you're superimposing the 5D over the 3D, meaning you may be in a certain space brushing your teeth, but in your mind's eye, in your 5D, you can see yourself in this spectacular bathroom, of your creation, of your house that exists there, and you're brushing your teeth there. So everything that you do throughout the day, you're kind of still connected and walking around in that 5D, even though that 3D reality is still there and has not shifted yet. And you don't even care. You don't care because it feels good to see yourself and to play in that, not just during smile time, but also just all through the day. And that will lift your vibe so much. It will keep it so high. And so many wonderful things immediately start to happen just from that lifted mood. Your behavior will start to change, the way you interact with other people. So it's all worth it. What you're working on right now is all worth it. But I know in the beginning, those flying monkeys can be such a challenge. But you've got this. I know you got this. And it just takes sitting down each day to work on that, and to see, who's going to hold the power more during this 15 minutes, me or the flying monkeys? Who's that's what it is. So give that a shot, and then come back for step 2 of the prep for going into smile time.